Have you ever wondered why two people can earn the same income, live in the same city, have similar opportunities, and yet end up with completely different financial outcomes? One becomes wealthy, the other struggles financially for decades. The difference is rarely intelligence. It is rarely luck, and it is almost never income alone. The real difference often exists in the mind. Because before wealth appears in your bank account, it appears in your thinking. Before someone builds a fortune, they build beliefs. Before someone creates financial freedom, they create a mindset capable of achieving it. Welcome to the psychology of wealth. Think rich, live rich. Today we're going to explore the mental patterns, beliefs, habits, and behaviors that separate wealthy individuals from everyone else. This is not about getting rich overnight. This is not about lottery tickets. This is not about secret tricks. This is about understanding how wealthy people think. Because your financial life is often a reflection of your financial psychology. Let's begin. The first principle of wealth psychology is understanding that money amplifies who you already are. Many people believe money changes people. In reality, money often reveals people. A generous person with more money often becomes more generous. A careless person with more money often becomes more careless. Money magnifies habits. That's why building wealth starts long before the money arrives. It starts with building character, discipline, responsibility, patience, consistency. The habits you develop before becoming wealthy determine what happens after you become wealthy. This is one reason many lottery winners eventually lose their fortunes. They received money, but they never developed the mindset required to keep it. Wealth without discipline rarely lasts. The second principle is abundance versus scarcity. Most people operate from a scarcity mindset. They believe opportunities are limited. Success is limited. Money is limited. If someone else succeeds, they feel there is less available for them. This mindset creates fear. Fear creates hesitation, and hesitation limits growth. Wealthy people often think differently. They understand that value can be created. Businesses can be built. Skills can be developed. Solutions can be invented. New opportunities can emerge. An abundance mindset doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means believing that growth is possible. And when people believe growth is possible, they behave differently. They learn more, take action more often, seek opportunities, and over time, those behaviors create better outcomes. The third principle is delayed gratification. This may be the single most important wealth-building trait ever studied. Most people want immediate rewards, immediate comfort, immediate pleasure, immediate results. Wealthy individuals often train themselves to delay rewards. They save instead of spending. Invest instead of consuming. Build instead of showing off. Imagine two people receiving the same bonus. One buys luxury items immediately. The other invests the money. 10 years later, their financial lives can look completely different. The ability to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term gain creates extraordinary results. The fourth principle is taking ownership. Average people often blame circumstances. The economy, their employer, their education, their family, their luck. Wealthy thinkers focus on responsibility. Even when situations are unfair. Even when challenges are difficult. They ask one question: what can I do about it? That question changes everything. Because responsibility creates power. When you take ownership of your financial future, you stop waiting for rescue. You start creating solutions. And solutions create progress. Now let's discuss something incredibly important. The relationship between identity and wealth. Most people focus on what they want. Wealthy people often focus on who they need to become. Think about it. If you want financial freedom, what kind of person achieves financial freedom? Someone disciplined, patient, consistent, financially educated, goal-oriented. Wealth becomes easier when your identity aligns with your goals. Instead of saying, I want to save money, you begin saying, I am a saver. Instead of saying, I want to invest, you begin saying, I am an investor. Identity shapes behavior, and behavior shapes results. Another powerful wealth principle is emotional control. Money decisions are often emotional decisions. People buy things to impress others. Spend money to feel better. Panic when markets fall. Become greedy when markets rise. Emotions can destroy years of financial progress. Wealthy people are not emotionless. They simply learn to avoid making major financial decisions based purely on emotion. They think logically. They stay calm during uncertainty. They remain patient when others panic. This ability provides a tremendous advantage. Let's talk about confidence. Many people believe confidence comes after success. But confidence often comes before success. Not blind confidence, not arrogance, competence-based confidence, the confidence that comes from learning, practicing, improving, growing. When people believe they can improve their financial situation, they take action. When they believe they cannot, they remain stuck. Your beliefs influence your actions, and your actions influence your future. This is why limiting beliefs are so dangerous. Many people grow up hearing statements like, money is evil, rich people are greedy, success is impossible, investing is gambling, people like us never become wealthy. These beliefs become invisible barriers. Because what the mind accepts as true often shapes behavior. Wealthy individuals challenge limiting beliefs. They replace them with empowering beliefs. Money is a tool, success is learnable, skills can be developed, financial education creates opportunity, growth is possible. Now let's discuss the psychology of goals. Most people dream, few people plan. Dreams inspire, goals direct. A dream says, I want financial freedom. A goal says, I will invest $500 every month for the next 10 years. Goals create clarity, clarity creates action, action creates results. The wealthy tend to think in systems rather than wishes. They build routines, automate investments, track progress, measure performance. Systems reduce dependence on motivation. And motivation is unreliable. The next principle is understanding opportunity. Many people believe opportunities are discovered. Often they are created. The person who learns new skills creates opportunities. The person who builds relationships creates opportunities. The person who solves problems creates opportunities. The person who takes action creates opportunities. Wealthy people understand that opportunities often hide inside effort. The harder they work on improving themselves, the more opportunities appear. Let's talk about fear. Fear affects everyone. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing money, fear of looking foolish. The difference is not the absence of fear. The difference is action despite fear. Many people wait until fear disappears. Successful people move forward anyway. They prepare carefully, manage risks intelligently, then act. Fear shrinks when action grows. One of the most powerful concepts in wealth psychology is compounding, not just financial compounding, behavioral compounding. A small positive habit repeated daily produces remarkable results. Reading 10 pages per day, saving a small percentage of income, learning one new skill every year, improving slightly every day. The improvements seem insignificant initially, but eventually they create extraordinary outcomes. Small actions repeated consistently become life-changing. Now let's discuss comparison. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to damage financial progress. Social media encourages constant comparison. Luxury cars, exotic vacations, expensive lifestyles. Many people spend money trying to appear successful. Wealthy people focus on becoming successful. There is a difference. Appearance can be purchased. Wealth must be built. The richest person in the room is not always the person who looks rich. Often real wealth is invisible. It's the investments nobody sees, the assets nobody notices, the discipline nobody applauds. Another critical principle is financial education. Most people spend years learning how to earn money. Few spend time learning how money works, how investing works, how businesses work, how taxes work, how assets grow. Financial education changes decision making, and better decisions create better outcomes. Knowledge reduces fear. Knowledge increases confidence. Knowledge creates opportunity. The wealthy understand that learning is an investment. Every book, every course, every lesson, every skill can produce returns for decades. Let's explore the psychology of patience. Modern culture rewards speed, instant delivery, instant entertainment, instant communication. As a result, many people expect instant wealth. But wealth operates on a different timeline. Businesses take time, investments take time, skills take time, relationships take time. Patience allows compounding to work. Without patience, people quit too early. The greatest rewards often belong to those who stay committed long enough to see results. Another important concept is focus. Attention is one of the most valuable resources in the modern world. Every day, thousands of distractions compete for attention. Notifications, entertainment, news, social media. Wealthy people often protect their focus carefully. Because focus determines productivity. Productivity determines output. Output influences success. Where attention goes, results often follow. Let's talk about risk. Many people believe wealthy individuals love risk. In reality, successful people often manage risk better than everyone else. They study opportunities, gather information, analyze possibilities, then make calculated decisions. They understand something important. Avoiding all risk is impossible. Doing nothing contains risk too. The key is intelligent risk, not reckless risk. The next principle is value creation. Money flows toward value. Businesses earn revenue by solving problems. Employees earn promotions by creating results. Entrepreneurs create wealth by helping others. The more value you create, the greater your opportunities become. This mindset changes everything. Instead of asking, "How can I make money?" you begin asking, "How can I create value?" And that question often leads to better outcomes. Now let's discuss resilience. Every wealthy person experiences setbacks. Investments decline, businesses struggle, plans fail, unexpected challenges appear. The difference is resilience. Resilience allows people to continue despite obstacles. It transforms failure into feedback, problems into lessons, challenges into growth. Financial success is rarely a straight line. It's often a series of setbacks followed by persistence. The psychology of wealth also includes gratitude. This may seem surprising, but gratitude creates perspective. People constantly focused on what they lack often make emotional decisions. People who appreciate progress tend to make calmer decisions. Gratitude reduces desperation, and desperation often leads to poor financial choices. Another important principle is self-control. Every day presents opportunities to spend impulsively, to procrastinate, to abandon goals, to seek comfort instead of growth. Self-control helps align actions with long-term objectives. And over time, self-control becomes a competitive advantage. The wealthy often understand something many people overlook. Freedom is more valuable than status. Many people chase appearances, luxury brands, expensive lifestyles, public approval. Wealthy thinkers often prioritize freedom. Freedom of time, freedom of choice, freedom of location, freedom from financial stress. Freedom creates a richer life than status ever can. As we approach the end of this masterclass, remember one essential truth. Wealth begins in the mind. Before money grows, thinking grows. Before results improve, beliefs improve. Before circumstances change, behavior changes. Your financial future is not determined by where you start. It is influenced by how you think, how you learn, how you act, how you respond to challenges, and how consistently you move toward your goals. Think rich, not in the sense of pretending to be wealthy, but in the sense of thinking strategically, thinking long-term, thinking with discipline, thinking with responsibility, thinking with patience. Live rich, not by spending more, but by creating freedom, building value, growing continuously, and making choices that align with your future. Because the psychology of wealth is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. The version capable of creating financial freedom. The version capable of building lasting success. The version capable of turning opportunity into achievement. And the journey begins with a single decision. The decision to think differently. Starting today.